May the Most High Creator bless us. Now, let's get even deeper into the rabbit hole of corporate media and corporate news. Alright? Brought to you by the monarchy. What I'm going to show you, I'm going to explain a few things. Let's get it in. It's the news right here, CBS News.
Reaction is pouring in from all around the world after Tuesday's deadly school shooting. From the
Alright, so look, first off, check it out. Evil Eye, CBS News. Alright, this is world leaders react to deadly Texas school shooting. Let's get it.
Vatican to New Zealand, new world leaders are sending their condolences.
Did you hear that? Let's run it back. Let's run it back. Alright? What I told y'all, they slick it in. New world leaders. Alright? They trying to slick it in. New world order. New world leaders. Alright? But she slicked it in like that. But it states that it says new leaders. Alright? Let's go.
From the Vatican to New Zealand, new world leaders are sending.
Hold on. Run it back. Third time. Let's hear what you say.
School shooting. From the Vatican to New Zealand, new world leaders are sending.
New world leaders. But let me go even deeper than that. Let's break that sentence down. What she just said. Let's go.
Shooting. From the Vatican to New Zealand, new world leaders are sending.
Alright, so she said from the Vatican to New Zealand. New world leaders, alright, new world order leaders. It's a reason, alright. This is just the beginning. Okay, we live in a monarch system. Alright, it's sort of like a diplomatic monarch system. Okay, I hope you know that the Pope is a king. Alright, and the Queen. Alright, the Queen. When they mention the Pope and you hear New Zealand, just think of the Queen. She has representatives, alright, in New Zealand. Okay? Let's get it.
Sending their condolences. Roxana Saberi has more.
The mass shooting at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas, is reverberating across the world, making headlines and sparking condolences and calls for change. At the Vatican, Pope Francis said the tragedy left him heartbroken, adding, "It's time to say enough to the indiscriminate trafficking of weapons."
Okay, so now, like I told you, the Pope has his hands in the United States, King Pope. Alright? He, along with the Queen, is the head of state, the top of the monarch, of their own monarch. Alright? And they have representatives all over the world, prime ministers and world leaders like presidents and governor, head of state and all that stuff. They are part of their monarch system that they got, and we are under that. So now they literally can't come out and say it, but they're basically going to change laws, and the laws are coming from top down, from the top of the monarch down. That's why they mentioned the Pope in New Zealand. Alright, and they got to put it like a reaction. Okay, look, world leaders react to deadly Texas shooting. But he's reading from a script telling you what is going to be coming ahead as far as change of laws. They don't want you to know that we're in a monarch system. Our presidents, everybody is under these kings and queens. There is none higher than these monarch systems. I'm trying to tell y'all.
And speaking to the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, Ukrainian President
So you see, Switzerland had a stake in what went on in Texas as well, huh? The banking system. So do you see what's going to be getting ready to happen? It's a secret society, new world order. You know what I mean? Let's see what he has to say. This representative of Ukraine at a Swiss bank gathering.
Volodymyr Zelensky said, "This is happening in completely peaceful times when completely innocent children are killed. If you want my..."
Peaceful times. Hold on. First of all, you the representative of Ukraine. Ain't it a war, quote unquote war going on over there? So what you mean these are happening in peaceful times? Is it false? Is it fake? And he's talking about when children are getting killed over here in this country all the way from here in peaceful times, huh?
My opinion, then war is everywhere.
I'm so
Okay, so he just said, if you want my opinion, then war is everywhere. They use these nouns, these person, places, or things to specify certain things. And he just said, you want my opinion, then war is everywhere. Is it a war in America? Are you trying to be specific? A war of what? What is a war against? See, they say things deeper, with a deeper meaning. You just get the covering of it, but they know that people aren't intelligent. The 85% aren't going to go deeper into what they're really saying.
sorry for what has happened here.
Speaking on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, New Zealand's Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern explained how her country adopted tougher...
New Zealand Prime Minister. I hope you know these are all representatives of the families that run this world. The monarch. Alright, like I said, New Zealand has a stake in the New World Order as well because it's under the Queen. What you're seeing is rules that's coming from under the King, which is the Pope. Alright, he runs Vatican City as an absolute monarch, and he is the head of state of that monarch. He is a king, as well as the Queen of Queen Elizabeth. She is the Queen, Queen of Wales, the Queen and all that stuff, and she has delegates and all these people that runs her businesses and political powers for her all over the world, and so does the Pope. The Pope has them in the United States, and the Queen has in the United States and Canada and all over the world. Do you see what we're living in? Corporate media is making it seem like this is a free country, a diplomacy. This is a diplomatic monarch. An illusion of rules and regulations.
For gun control after a white supremacist shot and killed 51 worshippers at 2 mosques in 2019.
When we saw something like that happen, everyone said never again. Now, we have legitimate needs for guns in our country for things like pest control and to protect our biodiversity, but you don't need a military-style semi-automatic weapon to do that. And so we got rid of them.
Let me ask you a question. If you want to curb gun violence, do you go after the semi-automatic weapons and quote-unquote military-style weapons, or you go after all guns? You see, they understand this is the art of war. You know what I mean? They're planning this stuff. They want you to have no chance against anything that they have coming. This is a message literally brought to you by the King and the Queen, the religious King, Pope, and the Queen. Because the Queen, in actuality, has more dominance than the King. Although they want you to believe that kings have more power than the Queen, it's actually the Queen that the Queen is the only one that can permit wars, and Pope. Alright, that's why they go, you see presidents and you see all these people within society and famous, Hollywood, and everybody that gets to go meet the Pope, they have to kiss the ring. They kneel before the Pope and they kiss his ring and all that, and the king has to kiss the cannon in order to say, yes, you are permitted to go to war with another nation, and so on and so forth, and the Queen. This is a monarch system. We are literally in. And like I said, you heard what she said, right? Let's go back to what she said.
Tuesday
Tuesday's deadly school shooting. From the Vatican to New Zealand, new world leaders are...
From the Vatican to New Zealand, new world leaders. They can't come, they sometimes say it, but you know, they slick it in there.
Tuesday's deadly school shooting. From the Vatican to New Zealand, new...
From the Vatican to New Zealand, new world leaders. Do you see what's coming to the United States, man?
The Vatican to New Zealand, new world leaders are sending
What? The New World Order plans that's coming to the United States. The ones we call our country's leaders and so on and so forth aren't actually leaders. They are actually y'all flunkies and y'all people that y'all send across the world to rule other countries and make it seem like we are sovereign. But guess what? We are not, because why?
shooting. From the Vatican to New Zealand, new world leaders are sending their condolences. Roxana Saveri.
What do you think their condolences mean?
Deadly school shooting. From the Vatican to New Zealand, new world leaders are sending their condolences. Roxana Saveri has more.
This is what they're sending. The New World Order leaders. Guess what's coming? That martial law.